Good morning. My name's Ken Sharp. I'm a consultant with Triage Hospitality Limited, which is my own company that specialises in helping hospitality businesses, pubs, clubs, tourism, restaurants, hotels, those sort of things. I'm also on the executive committee of Ballyholme Yacht Club, which, with regards to steps to work, you'll see why that's important a bit later on. Unfortunately, a business trip has taken me down to Cork overnight, fairly last minute, and I will be enjoying a travel lodge breakfast instead of a good signal breakfast, which is what Claire usually provides there. I first met Robert when I think he was new into his position with Dell and came to Bangor Chamber of Commerce Coffee Morning to promote the Steps to Work programme. Now, over the time, I have used a number of people from Steps to Work for my clients and for the yacht club, and I think I helped endorse what he was saying. And I think the problem is that with a lot of these programs run by Dell or run by the Job Centre or run by a private sector provider, is that employers are wary, and they're wary for a number of reasons. The first is the quality of the people they get. The second is the amount of work that those people will require, the amount of support they require, the management time to look after them, and the third is there's no such thing as a free lunch, and people feel that and instinctively don't seem to trust the Steps to Work programme. Now, my experience of that has been completely different. Steps to Work is a programme that gets longer term unemployed back to work, and those people can be unemployed for reasons that are wide and varied, and it may be that just they haven't found the right job, or it may be that their personal circumstances have kept them off the market for a while. That would be the case with one of the good examples we had with a business where a gentleman had been a carer for his mother for a good number of years, and unfortunately she had died. His previous experience had been in the civil service 10 plus years ago, so he was very rusty in his skills. He'd done his European Computer Driving Licence, the ECDL, but the problem with any of those courses is that unless you practice what you've been taught, you very quickly lose it. So we brought him on board into a business as an administrative assistant, and he was fairly quiet to start with, and didn't really get on with the work environment, but he very quickly got into the work environment. He quickly showed his skills, he quickly got into the admin, he suggested things, he became more gregarious and became a very valuable member of that business. Now, unfortunately, they couldn't take him on to employment because due to financial issues, in terms of not getting any finance, the planned expansion didn't happen. But on that basis, I would have to say that I have dealt with 4 Steps to Work people now. In fact, one of the yacht club, I think we're looking at interviewing another one today, and the odds are very good. People seem to think that the quality of the people they get is poor. Now, I would say the people that were sent to us, having briefed the providers. Now we've had people through CERC, the college, and we've had people through a private provider. And having briefed the provider on the sort of people we were looking for, there was very few wasted interviews. As I say, we've ended up using 4 people. We probably had about a 50% rate. Now, some people didn't turn up for interview, some people interviewed badly, but it was better odds than from an advert or from a recruitment centre or just from a straight forward your normal recruitment. And then of the 50% of the people that we had, one started and then left fairly shortly afterwards, partly because he actually got a full-time job. So that was a pity. He was a good guy, but he was able to get himself a job. and the rest stayed on. And of those, one has gone on to full-time employment, and the business is enjoying the subsidy that Dell will provide on the initial wages. So in terms of recruitment, if you are looking for people long term, this is a great resource. The interview time was less, I think, than would normally be the case. You got to trial, or the company I was working with got to trial the person for the 13 weeks, and now gets to have them for another period of time with the subsidy. The other concern about the amount of support they need, I mean, some of the people are on courses, etc., but a lot of them are more mature people who are looking to get back into the market, and they need very little support, no more support than a normal employee needs, and that's a great resource to have. So I think Robert asked me to come and speak today. Unfortunately, as I say, I can't make it because I'm down in Cork. So I think that the overall feeling I'd like to leave people with is that Steps to Work is a great resource. It could be for a short-term project that you maybe need some admin support, or you may need some account support, or you may need some maintenance support, handyman support, and it's just for a defined period of the 13 weeks or the longer program. Or it should be a port of call on your recruitment strategy, as it's a relatively risk-free way of trialing somebody, getting them into work, and getting you a resource for your business that will take you forward. If anybody would like to ask me questions, if anyone would like to contact me, discuss this with me, Robert has my contact details. I'm perfectly happy for him to share them with you, and I trust you enjoy the rest of the morning. Thank you very much.